r/ask Reddit. What do you find attractive today that you didn't 10 years ago? The phrase "we have nothing planned for the weekend." When I said I had nothing planned, I meant that I plan to do nothing. A plan is a plan. Must follow through. Men. I was so sure I'm lesbian. Turns out I just never liked teenage cokey boys. Same. Though I still find the female form to be much more pleasant to look at. I think we can all agree on that. Interest being shown. Not having to chase someone and play games. It's insane meeting women around my age that still act like they're in high school. I'm not going to waste time trying to figure out the level of interest you have in me and any potential relationship between us. I've become a very upfront, lay out the details kind of guy when I've grown to like someone now. I'm in my early 30s BTW. Right before I met my current boyfriend, I decided that I stopped caring if guys thought I was clingy or crazy or psycho for telling them like it is. It was super refreshing to be able to weed out the douchebags that much more quickly if they reacted negatively to me just communicating like an adult. Went out with this guy last Monday. Went great. I thought there was a great connection. He texted me before I even got home. We've been texting ever since. And I made a few references to wanting to get together again, but he didn't act on it. Finally last night I just decided, duck it. I'm telling him I want to see him again and seeing what happens. So yeah, seeing him tonight. I commented below, but apparently this needs an edit. Did not see him last night. He cancelled kinda last minute claiming a work thing came up, leaving the ball in his court right now to see if he reschedules. Hoping he does, but not really thinking he is going to since his last minute issue with work came up. Can't make it tonight. Trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but the last minute cancel is bugging me. My ex would cancel things last minute all the time. And usually when my ex had a work thing come up last minute, it was really that he was cheating on me with someone from work. Predictability. I was on a shitpost sub earlier and someone posted a meme with the following speech. My name is Yoshikage Kira. I'm 33 years old. My house is in the northeast section of Moriya, where all the villas are, and I am not married. I work as an employee for the KMYU department stores, and I get home every day by 8 PM at the latest. I don't smoke, but I occasionally drink. I'm in bed by 11 PM, and make sure I get 8 hours of sleep, no matter what. After having a glass of warm milk and doing about 20 minutes of stretches before going to bed, I usually have no problem sleeping until morning. Just like a baby, I wake up without any fatigue or stress in the morning. I was told there were no issues at my last checkup. I'm trying to explain that I'm a person who wishes to live a very quiet life. I take care not to trouble myself with any enemies, like winning and losing. That would cause me to lose sleep at night. That is how I deal with society, and I know that is what brings me happiness. Although, if I were to fight I wouldn't lose to anyone. When I read that, all I could think was, oh man, I'm attracted to that level of stability right now. Now, the fact I've been away from home at a conference for 5 days may have something to do with that, but I could fall for some sweet stability. Reddit. Okay people, it's official. I will watch the show. I'll get back to the stable comfort of my own home and throw on some JoJo. I also happen to have a date set for Friday, so let's hope this one's not a serial killer. You are attracted to a JoJo villain. Oh dear. Here I wanted a plain guy and I've fallen for the bad boy. Myself. Edit. Thanks for my first Reddit silver. Thanks for the gold U/Zulus. Red heart. Sir, this is called real development. U/Nyan Cat Meows's character development arc was pretty long and with tons of filler, but it was worth it in the end. Women over the age of 30. When I was 23 or so, I worked with an older guy that was just doing the job until he got called back to his engineering job. He imparted a lot of wisdom, and after hearing him say how sexy a 65-plus-year-old customer was, I told him I didn't see it. His words were, when you are 62 like me, women that are in their 60s, 50s, 40s and 30s are all attractive, but not women in their 20s. They are babies. You may not even find women in their 30s attractive now, but in a few years it will change. Then your pool of women opens up. He was right. I'm 34 and I'm finding women in their mid-40s attractive. This is still my ultimate fantasy and I'm 26. I want some lady in her late 30s or in her 40s to just FK and demolish me in bed. Holy duck. Gold edit. Thanks. But why this second gold deserves a cool edit. Being able to do things alone, together. For example, stuff like just lying in bed, reading 2 separate books while holding hands or cuddling up a bit. Edit. Holy smokes. I know it sounds cliche, but I didn't expect that many responses, let alone gold when coming home from work. It's almost midnight where I live and I'm dead tired, so I have to make this short. Thanks everyone for all the wholesome responses, and I hope you all have a beautiful day. You certainly made mine. Holy cow, I didn't pick up on alone as a couple and immediately thought, how are they reading 2 books? Edit. You're welcome. Holding hands, you degenerate. I'm 16, so probably. Girls, don't fall for the lies. They still have cuties. Shudders. The hard part is getting them to find you attractive too. Over the years I have switched from a boobs guy to a boobs and ass guy. Same here. It's double the fun. And double the full. Whenever I would watch Friends 10 years ago, I never understood how all the girls found Richard so attractive. Now when I watch Friends, I'm like, damn, Richard is fine. 10 years ago, damn, poor Ross has it so hard. Now, damn, Ross sucks. It's like when you're a kid, you thought Pepe Le Pew just wanted love and affection. As an adult, you realize he's a ducking rapist. Taking things seriously. When I was younger, I had a real thing for the lazy, funny, almost apathetic guys. My parents were super uptight and fought with me all the time about inconsequential things. I just wanted someone who was fundamentally chilled about everything. That's cool in your teens, but as an adult it tended to mean irresponsible people who didn't bother to find jobs that excited them or find any interests. They also never had anything they felt or spoke passionately about. My current boyfriend is definitely not chilled, but he is passionate about his interests and he has strong emotional reactions to everything, and whilst he doesn't find his job that fulfilling, he believes in working hard for it, which is incredibly attractive to me. I think this is a good thing for people who aren't doing so well in their early 20s. Right now you might think the girls who are chill and party happy guys who are bohemian and chill get all the partners while you work hard at your career and studying your passions. Wait 10 years. You'll be the jewel that actually has a responsible structure and isn't just waiting for that lucky break a girl down on her luck. Probably glasses. It's not that I found them unattractive 10 years ago. I just was pretty indifferent. Now I constantly annoy my wife to wear her glasses more. Her vision is still really good. She only needs them for stuff like lecture halls and movie theaters, so she doesn't need to wear them much. I think it has to do with the design. 10 years ago, small rectangular framed glass was the trend and it really doesn't look good for me even back then. After that, the big oval frame and thick rectangular frame glasses became fashionable and I like it. Going to bed before midnight on the weekend. Have you tried going to bed before midnight on New Year's Eve? It's delightful. Forearms. I never understood the fascination, but my fiance has super sexy forearms. I get it now. He can't roll his sleeves up without me magically appearing and drooling. My wife says the same and I just reply, years of cranking it and video games. Babe, cranking it and video games. That's all I do and I'm still single. Duck me. Men in their 40s, especially the beginnings of salt and pepper hair. Yas Beach, where I work, there's a men's health magazine always sitting on display across from me called Muscle After 40. It features a hot mid-40s man on the beach with chiseled abs and salt and pepper hair. Just a hint of wrinkles on face. It gets me through the day. TBH edited to add correct magazine name. As the kids would say, someone who's THICC. Come get it, baby. Slaps top of belly rolls. These bad boys can fit so much cottage cheese and M. My wife. I only met her 8 years ago. I also choose this guy's wife. Keep the line moving, pal. Consenting adults. Holding hands. Get out of here with that filth. LL lewd. A full-time job. Good credit. God, so damn sexy. Personal finance skills are more important. You can have good credit easily by staying on top of your bills but still be absolutely completely broke. I know many people who spend every dollar they earn. Don't save it all. And don't think about the future long term. I can only imagine how I would be the one to make everything happen, like making big moves by buying a house. Meaning I would be the one providing the down payments, covering the majority of costs, etc. Because this person has become so obsessed with a consumer heavy lifestyle they would find it impossible to commit resources towards anything else. Bits. I'd add well kept to that, but totally agree. Well kept. Fiscal responsibility. Holy shit. Fiscal responsibility is sexy. Men saying cheesy, sincere, romantic things or being very, sincerely, nice to me. 10 years ago, sign of weakness. Now, image of a good father for my daughter one day. At what age might my awkward but gentle sincerity be appreciated? Asking for other 20 somethings. Make sure you're being awkwardly sincere and not sincerely creepy. A good sense of fashion. I've gone from a horny teen that only wanted naked to preferring the anesthetic of clothing. Partially clothed is so much sexier than fully naked. Edit. Duck me for trying autocorrect with 24 hours of no sleep. I would like some anesthetic clothes please. I can't feel my face when I'm with you. Ambition. I assumed as a dumb 18-year-old that everyone had drive and ambition. Turns out, that was false. Sober weekends. 10 years ago I was in my early 20s, would have never went a whole weekend without partying. Now the idea of partying all weekend sounds horrible. I'm still down for the occasional night out, but getting brown out drunk every single Friday and Saturday is about as appealing as rubbing my nuts on a cheese grater. Pretty much everyone's faces. I ride a local train to work every day, and you see a great mixture of young, old, wealthy, homeless and all races and sizes. My parents were pretty narrow-minded growing up in Orange County, California, so I try to challenge that insular thinking by looking at all the different faces and trying to find the beauty in them. There is usually something there that is unique and interesting, and I enjoy cultivating that feeling of empathy. 35-year-olds. 10 years ago they were 12 years older than me and looked like parents. Now they are like almost the same age as me and some of them are downright sexy. Girls who wear glasses. Dudes, turns out I'm B. Largish noses on women. Intelligence was all about the body, but now it is not that big of a deal. Someone who can deal with insurance paperwork. I see her filling out those checkboxes and I'm like, ooh mama, limit that deductible. Hope you got accidental fire coverage cause you're smoking. A fat ass. Wide childbearing hips. Women in their 40s. The year 2009. Not being an overt feminist. Hear me out. I used to really like men who were very vocal about their feminism because it made me feel that by saying it, they were already more respectful, empowering, and open-minded. Turns out asking women to come home with you to look at your Women's March poster is more likely to be a sign of someone who thinks feminism is a good token to exchange for sexual favors. My last boyfriend never spoke about feminism until I asked him about it point blank. He responded that he had hoped his actions and how he supported the women around him would have answered my question already. I never questioned it again. Not entirely sure how to word this specifically, but 10 years ago, I would chase women. Today, if you don't find me attractive, chances are my attraction towards you depletes to 0 and beyond. Chubby people. After dating a chubby girl I was literally converted. No other way to explain it. That body type is just so nice to hug. Late to the party but I haven't seen anyone say this so. Emotional intelligence. Are you aware of why you feel the way you feel and how to use that energy in a healthy way? If yes then goddamn. I want to spend all my time with you. Intelligence. A woman that is smarter than me is literally my dream. I want her to show me the world. And I realized that some guys are hot. I kinda follow the rule of, if you're hot, you're hot. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content bruh. It's free and that's a great price.